Order, please.
Okay,
I will.
ready?
Ross.
Here.
Hamilton.
Here.
Robinson.
Here.
Taylor.
Here.
Baxter.
Here.
Harris.
Here.
Ginn.
Here.
Height.
Present.
If everybody stand, I'm going to have Mr. Barber lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the prayer, please.
Prayer first.
Prayer first.
Let's go ahead and bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we come before you this evening, and we do thank you that you are there for us in all the situations of our lives. Lord, I pray that you would bless this gathering tonight of city leaders. Give them wisdom, Lord, to lead us in the way that you would have us to go. Lord, watch over this city and make it a place where people are welcome and that your justice is served. Lord, we ask that you would just be with us in all that we do each and every day, and we ask it in the name of Jesus. All God's people said.
Amen.
Join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir, very, very much. Appreciate that. Diane?
And do we have a motion on the minutes?
A motion to approve the
Yeah.
minutes?
Second.
So moved.
Go ahead.
Ross.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
And Height.
Yes.
All right, we have one communication.
Yes, sir, go ahead, please.
You want to, is there a
Move
motion?
to accept and file. That's what I was asking.
Second.
Motion accept and file on the communications, and there was a second.
All right. Ross.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Ginn.
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
Okay, unfinished business?
Please. I'm going to hold R-22-141. I talked to Mr. Birch today, and you said that they wanted to hold it. Is that correct? Okay, fine. So I'm holding R-22-141.
O-2271, Councilmember Taylor?
Is the applicant here?
Yes.
Thank goodness.
So it was read and the readings were suspended last time, so if you'd like, we'll go ahead and read it to get it on the floor.
Absolutely.
You don't have it. An ordinance granting a conditional use to allow an auto sales lot in the C4 zone for property located at 1815 East Broadway Street in the city of North Little Rock. Third and final reading. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Do you want to recognize?
This is Veronica Edwards, I believe,
Yes, ma'am.
with Brooks Autoplex.
Ms. Robinson?
At the last meeting, there were questions regarding hours of operation.
Yes, ma'am.
So what time?
So the hours of operation will be from 9 to 5, but the secretary will get there at 9 and will actually sell cars from 10 to 5.
Okay. Do we need to amend that or add that in, Mr. Taylor? The hours of operation?
If that's what we want them to be, because it's not currently what they are.
Are there hours of operations? There's not any in the current ordinance, is that correct? Or am I missing them?
I think that's where the question was coming in
There was
about
a
the hours of
question was
operations.
coming in. Ms. Ross had a question 2 weeks ago, so I'm pretty sure, I'm sorry, Mr. Baxter won, so I'm sure it was not in the legislation.
Okay, sometimes we change the hours. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing one of the paragraphs. So does somebody want to amend to add hours of operation?
Say your operation again, please, ma'am, if you don't mind. Hours of operation.
Hours of operation will be from 9 to 5. We'll start selling cars. The secretary will get there at 9, but we will actually start selling cars at 10, and it will end at 5 p.m.
Can you use that as an amendment to that resolution?
We can just have hours of operation be 9 to 5. Will it be 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday?
Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday. Is that, okay, does anybody want to make that motion?
So moved.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second.
Okay, go ahead and call the roll.
Ross.
Is this on the amendment?
Yes.
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 Hamilton.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
Yes.
Height? And on the adoption, is there
Oh,
a
well, we
motion?
need a motion to adopt,
Hang on, I
Motion
see.
to adopt
as amended.
as amended.
Yes.
So move.
Yes.
Hang on, see Ms. Ross there, please. Ms. Ross?
And seconded.
Okay, thank you.
Was that a second, Ms. Ross, or you want to ask a question?
Question.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to make sure that the applicant understands that there's a 25 limit on cars, and that includes, customers and employees and everything is 25 limit.
Yes, ma'am.
They're shaking their head, yes.
I just got,
She's
That's
saying-
it.
She's saying yes.
I understand.
She understands. So, anything else? If not, I have a motion, I have a second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
Yes.
Height? On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
Yes.
Height?
Consent items, ma'am,
Hang
you're
on just a
adopted.
second. I know you've got a full crew back there, and congratulations to you. So, are they helping in any way? What are you going to do with those two?
They're
Put 'em to work.
actually, they will actually be down there to help clean the office. to
I
make
got
some
you.
money.
So you got two great helpers right there. Congratulations. Still lots of cars, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes,
Be,
ma'am.
be sure and come to the city clerk's office to get your business license.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll
Yeah, I
add
saw them
those
back
to the
there.
notice.
Go ahead, Mrs.
Oh, I'm sorry. On the consent agenda, I don't know if it needs to be pulled, but Ms. Ginn has asked to be added as a co-sponsor on 22-155 to appoint Tom Roy to the A&P Commission.
That's fine. So we have a.
Usually, I just add those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
if-
thought we usually talked about them in here.
I mean, usually the sponsor will say without objection, can we add?
Well, since Mr. Height wasn't here, and I
Oh,
talked
yeah.
to Ms. Ginn,
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that
She'll be added.
everybody knows
She'll be
she
added.
was gonna be added.
I'm letting this, go ahead. Is there anything else need to be pulled from the consent agenda or anything be done? If not, I'll ask for approval. A voice vote?
I'm not going to make you do a motion, so just, this is all in favor.
I just
All
said-
in
that's why I
favor,
said
say aye.
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 And now we
Mrs.
need
Segar.
to swear in Ms. Mobley.
I was about to come on. Ms. Watley, would you come up here, please, ma'am? And you're going to get sworn in tonight, please, ma'am.
Hereby solemnly swear or affirm. I will support the Constitution. States. Laws of the state of Arkansas. And I will faithfully discharge the North Little Rock Tree Board upon which I'm about to enter.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to you. I appreciate you.
I don't know what they did.
New business,
New business, R22-157, Mayor Hartwick.
please.
A resolution approving the fiscal year 2022 annual action plan for the city of North Little Rock, including the 48th year 2022 Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, and the 2022 Home Investment Partnership Program, projects and budget.
With that, I'm going to call a public hearing, if you don't mind. So, public hearing is convened, if you don't mind. Ms. Bailey, yes, ma'am. Please identify yourself.
Good evening. My name is Bailey Noland. I'm the director of our Community Development Agency. It's good to see y'all again. So this evening, we have our fiscal year 2022 annual action plan. This is the standard plan that we put together every year. This formula-based grant funds that come to us in the city, and then these are our proposals for how we would like to spend them. And this is in line with what we have done in years past. We have some public improvements in the infrastructure and facilities area, some drainage projects in wards 1, 2, and 3. We also have some funds that we would like to put towards some affordable housing, the rehab and development area. Again, this is in line with what we've done in the past, working with our CHODO here in North Little Rock. And we also have some funds that we would like to set aside for public services. Those are for non-homeless special needs. So if you'd like more information as far as the amounts or any questions you have, I'd be happy to answer that for you.
Questions for Ms. Bailey? Nolan? Ms. Robinson?
What are we doing for the homeless?
So for the homeless, we actually have a partnership, an ongoing partnership with River City Ministry. We have some funds that are set aside for that specifically in this annual action plan. And then in the home ARP allocation plan that we looked at the last council meeting that I was here, some of that money will also, we're looking at distributing that amongst the unsheltered folks in our area.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to speak at this public hearing? Seeing none, I'm going to adjourn this public hearing. Thank you very much, Ms. Bailey.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second.
All right. Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
Yes.
And Height? Oh, we have a motion to adopt?
No, it's a resolution.
Okay, I'm sorry. R22-158, Mayor Harwick.
Please.
A resolution approving and certifying amounts of liens to be filed with the Pulaski County Tax Collector against certain real properties in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, as a result of grass cutting expenses and abatement of other nuisances.
I'm going to call a public hearing. Those wishing to speak for or against R22-158, please come forward. Seeing none, hearing none, I'll adjourn this public hearing. Please
So
read.
moved.
Second.
Motion and second.
Ross?
Debbie?
Yes.
Okay.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
Yes.
All right. Next, okay. This will be O2275, Mayor Harwick.
Please call it for consideration.
An ordinance granting special use to allow large vehicle and implement storage, outdoor storage in a C4 zone for certain real property located at 1101 East Broadway Street in the city of North Little Rock.
First reading.
First reading.
Motion to suspend.
Move to suspend all the readings.
Second.
Motion to suspend and second.
Okay.
I'm going to get to it in just a second. Yeah.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
No.
Okay. Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
And Ginn?
Yes.
Is there a
I'm
motion
going-
to adopt?
If y'all, before we adopt or anything, I'd like, Sean, can you come up to the microphone and get a good explanation of this, please?
Is there a motion to adopt, though?
So moved.
Motion's made.
Second.
There's a second. Let's stand tight for just a second.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, questions you might have. So this, Mr. Esther Jackson, I think he's in the audience today.
He's here if there's any questions exactly what all he has on the property and everything. But he's asking to store, and there's some pictures of some large equipment on the property. So he's wanting to use it to store, is it your company's vehicles? Yeah, so his company's vehicles on the site. So that's the request, that's his request.
Ms. Robinson?
At this site, I know in months past or years past, I've even seen military equipment. Now,
There's one there.
here is my concern. If we allow the outdoor storage of vehicles for this particular vendor, then I think it set a precedent for other car lots on East Broadway. And for years, our goal and our aim has been to clean up East Broadway. And allowing outdoor storage, if we allow Mr. Jackson to do outdoor storage, then, you know, that opened the door for others. Now, you know, don't tell me it's a case-by-case basis, because I don't see it that way. And East Broadway, we do not need this heavy equipment parked on East Broadway. or stored on East Broadway.
Mr. Hamilton, yes.
Are both council members opposed to this from that ward?
I don't know yet. Maybe.
I'm opposed to it.
Mr. Jackson, have you heard what's going on here? So if you're not allowed to, where are you going to move these vehicles, may I ask? If you're not allowed to do this, where will the vehicles go? Are you
I
prepared to
don't
move?
have a place at this particular point, but
Mr. Spencer, he's had this problem before with what I was reading in the article, so there's a ticket involved. Tell me where we are right now on this, please.
Back in November last year, maybe even October.
Right.
We received a complaint about it. So, excuse me. We contacted him. I think we put a tag on the door or something saying, stop work, please contact us. So he called us in December. We went through Planning Commission. And so one of the requirements would be at Planning Commission is he's to put a fence, and it can't go in front of the front building line, and everything's to be stored back behind the fence. And then so if this gets turned down, then we would, give them a reasonable amount of time to move the vehicles, and if not, we would write a ticket to then go to code court for it.
Gotcha. Do you understand, Mr. Jackson, where we are right now with this? Okay.
What kind of fence?
It would be a wood, it should be in there, but
It is, it's an 8-foot tall privacy fence, and the vehicles would be behind the fence.
Yeah. So it'd be a wood, it'd have to be wood, it would be the only choice for the privacy fence. So it wouldn't be chain link or anything, it'd have to be a wood privacy fence.
So the complaint came from,
Oh, good. Yeah, it must have been a neighbor or something. I mean, it's been almost 10 months ago. But there's a couple of very large vehicles on the property. I'm not sure what the one is, but I think it's the one someone referred to as a military-looking vehicle.
so do the vehicles run?
they do. That military-looking vehicle is a scraper we use to levelize dirt and to tear down hills and levelize. It's just been painted military green because it came from the military.
Well, it's interesting. I drive by there every day, and I've never seen them moved. Ever.
Ms. Robinson?
An 8-foot fence that is not going to hide that heavy equipment that he has on the property.
So,
My concern is if we allow Mr. Jackson to do this, it's going to set a precedent, and it's going to open the doors for some of the other car lots to store vehicles. Now, can't remember, but seemed like we had an ordinance or something about those used car lots storing vehicles on the properties. I can't remember it all. However, I don't think that this is something that needs to be on East Broadway. Now, Mr. Jackson, you own some other properties, correct?
In different cities, yes,
In
ma'am.
different cities,
Right.
like Jacksonville, maybe?
Jacksonville, Little Rock.
what is the nature of your business right there at that location?
Well, the building, we initially, was all of our bail bonding calls come through that building. We own Pac-Man Bail Bonding.
So it's a bail bonds company?
Right.
So the nature of all those vehicles
The
is,
vehicles for construction company, 1911 construction company. Would be highways and houses,
gotcha. All right.
and we move them in and out as
There's
we
not a
have jobs.
business license
I just
at
fixed
that
that. I don't think
location
there's a
for-
business license there,
And
is
there hasn't
there?
been for a long time.
All right, any more discussion from this?
So, wait.
All right, yes, sir.
So, there's a bail bonds business and a construction business located at that location?
Right, will be, the telephone line for our bail bonding comes through that building.
There's no business license,
No.
and hasn't been one for,
For a number of years.
okay.
What is the name of the bail bonds company?
Pac-Man Bail Bonding,
Pac-Man?
Pac-Man. Our office is in Pine Bluff on 12th and Cherry Street. The telephone service we have there comes directly through that to my cell phone because I write the bonds in this particular area.
So at the point that he has a brick and mortar location in the city, he has to have a
I understand
license in
that.
our city for
So,
that as well.
Mr. Taylor,
So, do you own that property?
I own the property, yes. I bought it in 1995 from Mr. A.D. Ray.
Mr. Ray. Okay. Anything else? Where were we at, Mr. Scott? Are we ready to vote?
We are ready to vote.
Please call it.
Ms. Ross has her hand up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Debbie. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Thank you, Amy.
I hope you can understand me. So I'm really confused. So you have construction companies, but you're just storing your construction equipment on the site that is the bail bonds office? I'm really confused on why it's stored there, not at your construction company site.
Well, the construction company offices in Pine Bluff, we do jobs all over, but we, bring that equipment in and out as we need to use it, such as we moved, we had Bobcats sitting there, we moved that because we have it on another job. But when we finish, we bring it back to that.
Okay.
And that's the storage part of it, as we use the equipment for jobs and finish those jobs, bring it. That's why we wanted to store it there.
Any more questions?
So not a question, but a comment. So I get so confused about some of the stuff that we do. So we have a business, there's two businesses, no business license for either one, wants to store the vehicles for another business that's based in Pine Bluff on one of our main thoroughfares in North Little Rock.
So both of those businesses, now that we know they're both there, they both require a business license, and they're two separate businesses, so two separate
That
licenses.
is really interesting. Okay.
So, where are we? You ready? Okay. Mr. Jackson, thank you, sir. Hang on just a sec, please.
All right, thank you.
Please call it.
Ross?
No,
Hamilton?
No.
Taylor?
No.
Robinson?
No.
Baxter?
No.
Harris?
No.
Ginn?
No.
Height?
No.
All right, with that,
So the motion failed, and I'm assuming
Ms.
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 Fields
Fields,
would
why don't you explain to
the
him what his
process.
options are, if you don't mind?
Okay, the motion failed, and so you're not gonna get the special use. You need to remove the large equipment because it's not allowed to be there. If you don't, a citation will be issued, and you'll have to go to code court. But because the special use didn't pass, you can't keep that equipment there anymore, so you need to make arrangements to move it. You also need to see Ms. Whitby in the city clerk's office about getting a business license for your bail bonds company.
What's his time frame, Ms. Fields? Time frame, possibly? Sean?
I would think 30 days would be fair to.
Is that okay, Mr. Jackson?
to
30
get the
days?
vehicle- To get the vehicles off the
Probably
property.
gonna need more time than that because I've got to find a location.
Say again?
He's asking for more time.
Let's go 30 days, and you come back to us if you need more time. If you don't have it in 30 days, you need to come back here and ask the council again, okay? But you've had it there, you've been notified, so we need to move this as soon as possible, please.
All right?
Thank you, sir.
For the votes and,
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
all right.
All right, let's go forward.
02276, Councilmember Height.
Please call it.
An ordinance vacating and abandoning a certain unused easement on property located at 3917 McCain Boulevard in the city of North Little Rock.
Move we suspend all readings.
Second.
Second.
The motion suspended, second.
Councilmember Ross?
yes,
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
Yes.
Height?
Yeah.
Is there a
Move
motion?
for third.
Motion.
Option.
Okay,
Second.
all right.
Say it again.
Okay.
I think we have a motion and a second on it. We do.
Okay. Ross?
yes,
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
and Height.
Yes.
O 2277, Councilmember Robinson.
Please call it.
Yes, ma'am. An ordinance vacating and abandoning a certain unused easement on the property located at 7810 Industry Drive in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Move to suspend all readings.
Ross,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Second.
Ross,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Taylor.
Just a real quick question.
Yes, sir.
If it's an unused easement, why are we abandoning it? I mean, what's the reason for it?
Don, I haven't here for that.
I apologize.
So they're actually, in addition to abandoning the easement, they're moving the property line. So they want to move,
okay.
the easement's going to move with the property line to
I'm with
wherever
you.
the new location is.
Yeah, because if it was unused, I mean, then why abandon the easement? But, so they knew it had to be another underlying reason to be doing it. Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
O 2278, Mayor Hartwick.
Please call it.
An ordinance establishing the City of North Little Rock's Municipal Property Owners Multipurpose Improvement District, number 40, Gardens at Rockwater Recreational District.
Move to suspend all readings.
Second.
Motion suspended, second.
Ross,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
Motion to adopt.
And then we need to.
I know,
call-
I'm going to call a public hearing after this. And I saw Ms. Farrell's in the audience tonight, so.
Is there a motion to
So
adopt?
moved.
Second.
Motion. No.
Now, a public hearing.
Yes,
So
sir.
Let me go ahead and call a public hearing on O 2278. Those wishing to speak for or against it, please come forward. Please, Ms. Farrell.
Thank you so much. This is an improvement district set up by the HOA of the residents of the gardens. All members of, all property owners have signed that they are in agreement with the formation, and that was submitted to Ms. Whitby, who I'm sure shared it with the attorney. And so it's non-controversial. All the property owners have signed that they are in agreement with it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wish to speak for or against this? If not, I'm going to adjourn this public hearing. Yes, sir, Mr. Baxter.
Real quick, am I wrong in thinking that normally when these are formed, we see a board?
In the application,
If I might have missed it,
the application has the initial board members. No, actually, section 2. Lisa Farrell, Alan Abston, and Jim Jackson are named
Okay, there it is.
commissioners. Okay,
I got
it
it.
is.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Okay.
All right. Ross,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
O 2279, Councilmember Hamilton.
Please call it.
Right, so. An ordinance waiving certain provisions of section 14.19 of the zoning ordinance number 9263, to allow an electronic changeable copy sign on certain real property located at 3401 John F. Kennedy Boulevard in the city of North Little Rock. First reading.
Move to suspend all the readings.
Second.
Councilmember Ross?
No.
Okay. Hamilton,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Pass.
okay. Baxter,
Yes?
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn,
No.
and Height.
No.
Mayor,
No.
so it will be held until the next meeting.
Right, except we do need, it's been noticed for a public hearing, so we need to call the public hearing today in case anybody is here to speak for or against it. And then it'll be on the floor.
I tell you what,
Count-
let me
Ready
ask
the
a
next
question.
time.
Can I,
Let me
how do I
let me get
rescind a
clarification.
vote? How, can I discuss and ask them to rescind or
Yes,
expunge a
let's
vote?
do that.
Because I wanted to get this out of the way.
I want
have-
to get it out of the way. I rescind my no vote. I want to ask for a vote on this, if you can. May I do that, Ms. Fields?
Don't you need to
If
make a
somebody
motion?
makes a motion to rescind the vote, where to.
Ms. Ross?
I'd like to make that, to rescind the vote. I mean, my no is just an adamant no because I'm absolutely opposed to this, but we do need to go ahead and get this taken care of
Okay.
tonight.
No, I agree with you
All
100%.
right,
Let's
so,
do that.
and we got a motion to rescind the vote. Do we have a second?
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, let's do that first, and then somebody can move again to suspend the readings if they want to.
Ross,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Height.
Now,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, Ms. Fields, tell everybody where we are right now, please.
Okay, now, the ordinance has been called, nothing's happened.
Motion to suspend all the
So-
readings.
So now we're gonna have a
To
motion.
move this
Second.
along tonight.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Very good.
So
It was
go
my
ahead and call the
fault.
roll.
Ross,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Baxter,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Height.
Yeah.
Now, is there a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
All right, now we need a public hearing.
I'm about to call it, if you don't
And
mind.
then I think it looks like the council members have plenty to say.
All right, I'm going to call a public hearing on this. Those wishing to speak for or against this, please come forward and be seen or heard. Please identify yourself, sir, if you don't mind, name and everything.
Ron Coon. I live at 3420 North Cypress,
Can you spell
Basically-
your last name, please?
Kuhn.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
So I would be against this electronic sign. I think it goes against what we're trying to do in Park Hill. We're trying to make it a neighborhood-type environment. We're doing the sidewalk upgrades and all that. I think that's would detract from that.
Gotcha.
So, okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak for or against it?
Is the sign company applicant here?
So just real quick to explain this, why this is for consideration only. I was contacted by email, asked to sponsor this. I wanted them to have their day in court, so to speak. They, then there was an issue with what we had to waive, and it was much more than we were willing to, but they requested that it go forward, and we put it on here. I will most likely be voting against, and so just wanted to let everybody know that. Other than that initial email, I have never been contacted by the applicant.
It looks like the applicant's here.
Oh, excellent. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
It's nice
Identify
to meet
yourself,
you.
please, sir, if you don't mind.
I'm Jasper Burton. I'm president of Cureton Sign Company,
Can
Okay,
you
sir.
spell your last name?
Burton.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
We were contacted by a sign company to come and get a variance. And it was a pretty small sign, so I didn't think there would be any issues with this, and apparently there are. The sign itself is 2 foot 8 inches tall and 8 foot long, and it's going to fit in between the poles of the existing sign. And I'm not sure what the neighborhood wants there, if they,
Most of them have gone to what they call, to answer your question, and this goes way before a lot of us here, but they come to kind of what you call monument signs in that part of the world and stay away from these, if I'm not saying that. So it's more or less a monument-type sign display in the Park Hill area, sir.
Instead of a pole.
Instead of a
pole sign.
pole, and even then, any type of electronic signage has been kind of done away with up there, to answer your question. I know you're with the sign company,
Yes.
but that's kind of what's been laid out in that area for many, many years now. In fact, I think it goes back all the way to Murray Witcher, if I'm not mistaken, so, all right?
I see and understand.
Yes, sir. Anybody else want to speak for or against? Ms. Ginn? Oh, you through, sir? I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to thank y'all for considering it.
Thank you, sir.
But
Appreciate it.
Some council members may have some questions for you, so stay
Speak away.
close.
Wait a minute, I'm seeing, thank you. Deb, Ms. Ross, please, first. Then I'll come to you, Ms. Ginn. Ms. Ross?
Well, I know that several of us were through the process of electronic copy signs. And, the number one thing was, in the residential areas in the historic district, and this is a historic district. So to even ask for this in the historic district, none of the other companies have come in. We had the Circle K go in across the street. They never asked for it. And I have had several calls, people that were absolutely opposed to this because they thought once we, passed these rules and we did the electronic copy sign, districts, that they wouldn't ever have to address this again. So that's why I'm absolutely against this. If it's not in the electronic copy sign district right now, then the answer is no. And I'm speaking for all the residents that have contacted me, not just from Ward 1, but from other parts of the city also.
Thank you. Ms. Ginn?
I went by today and asked to speak to the manager, and she knew nothing about what was going on. She said she thought maybe it came from the company, had nothing to do with her and management. She didn't even know what kind of sign it was. So I thought I'd throw that in there too.
Well, often, the manager may be the last to find out, but.
I think the key word is it's changeable. It's an electronic changeable sign. And that, like she said, in this historic district, it just doesn't.
All you're gonna be changing is the price of the gas.
Yes, it's really basically a static display. It's either just gonna have the
So,
price.
so the same thing, except for you're not going out there changing it, you're just changing it on the computer.
Yes. But
I am
it
so
is a
confused.
But it is a digital sign.
Yeah.
And if y'all have established, and we know that y'all have established rules and regulations relating to digital signs. And I can appreciate that and respect that.
Anybody else?
So,
Go ahead, Mr. Taylor.
so, and this is, have we already created a sign overlay district for this area?
Yes.
This is outside of a sign overlay district. So,
Mr. Height, hang on.
so it's not within a sign overlay district.
Well, but before we do any electronic signs, we have to create an ordinance to allow.
Actually, in the ordinance, it waives
It's a
having
waiver
an
from the.
electronic changeable copy sign in a sign overlay district. Is that right, Sean? Is that what we did?
Hang on just a second.
We worked on this.
I'm coming
back
to you,
and
Ms.
forth.
Ross. I'm
So-
coming to you, Mr. Height. Give me just a second, okay?
Ms. Ross would probably have some of the history, but 10 years ago, Ms. Ross probably, maybe 12 years ago, we had a big study on electronic changeable copy signs and took bus rides around and looked at everything. And so JFK is the third district that we created out of that, which actually bans electronic changeable copy signs. So we have districts that allow them, and we have districts that say you can't do it.
Oh, so this one is a no.
Yeah, this one says you can't do it.
Oh.
So if you read the ordinance, we had to, for this to get onto the agenda, we had to waive that section that says you can't do it. So that, if
Okay.
you read it, there's that statement there. But you are correct, to do a district, or to do an electronic changeable copy sign, you have to have a district. And one of the requirements in this ordinance, it waives it so we can get it on the agenda to talk about like we're doing right now.
Ms. Ross or Mr. Height? Which one of y'all? Ms. Ross?
I think Sean cleared it up. There is a sign district overlay on JFK, which regulate, the monument signs. However, there's not electronic copy signs in that overlay district. So I wish people wouldn't even ask for them, not in those districts.
Okay, Mr. Height.
Well, Mayor, first of all, you were right twice tonight when you mentioned monument signs and you mentioned Murray Witcher. And I know what we've done in Ward 4 on a number of occasions when this came up, we've made the owner or the whatever, whoever had charge of the sign, put in a monument sign. Now we have put in at a couple, 3 convenience stores, a monument sign, required a monument sign that did have an electronic changeable copy sign underneath it that only changed the price of gas. And I'll give you an example. The Come and Go up on John F. Kennedy Boulevard is one of the monument signs that we required that does have an electronic changeable copy sign. The other thing that I'll say is I'm not sure, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but we've already said no to some people in the Park Hill area when they asked for this type of sign, or when they didn't want to, when they changed their sign, we didn't force them, or they asked us to change it, and we forced them to go to a monument sign. So, without the word monument in this legislation, I'm not going to vote yes for it.
Okay.
Without the word monument required.
Thank you. Anything else from anybody? If not, where are we, Mr. Scott? We ready? Let's go ahead.
How about we close the public
Oh,
hearing?
thank you very much for reminding us. Anybody else want to speak for or against us on this public hearing? If not, I'll adjourn this public hearing. Thank you, Ms. Fields.
All right, we have a motion and a second. So, Ross?
Debbie?
Mute yourself.
We can't hear you.
She said no.
Okay.
Wait, I read her lips.
Maybe you don't want to hear me. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to hear me. The answer is no. No.
Hamilton?
No.
Taylor?
No.
Robinson?
No.
Baxter?
No.
Harris?
No.
Ginn?
No.
Height?
No.
So the motion failed.
Thank
That
you.
concludes all business.
All right, does anybody, council members, have any other comments? If not, I want to make sure everybody knows to please go vote tomorrow, please. It's very important in our city, so that's the only other thing. Anybody else? Let's go.
Have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter? Harris?
Yes.
Ginn?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
Debbie, tell him to get well, okay?